Hello and welcome to another episode of Your Effective Life, where we talk about all things work, school, and lifestyle related so that you can live the life that you want. I'm Max. I'm just trying to achieve my full potential by reading a lot of books and stories and then implementing those ideas in my own life. I'm a straight A student and I want to help all of you achieve as much as you can with the time that you have. Today we're going to be talking about affirmative journaling. So your three key takeaways that you need to know about affirmative journaling are: number one, affirmations help reprogram our brains so that we can accomplish more. Number two, journaling has been proven to increase your memory ability as well as your overall self-confidence. And then number three is that when you combine those affirmations with your journaling, that you can actually build this incredibly effective habit to build up that effective life. The invitation for today is going to be write in your journal every day for 14 days while also reciting and writing about your affirmations that you are working on improving. And I know this sounds like, oh Max, 14 days, that's so many days, how am I ever going to have time? It doesn't take a lot of time. I'm talking about 5 minutes right before or after you brush your teeth at night. Just write down your affirmations and then how well you did at them that day. As you do this, you're going to see a real improvement in your overall psyche, as well as the creative ideas that are coming to your mind. As we've all heard before, the mind is an incredibly powerful tool. And one of the ways that we as humans can help make that tool stronger, faster, bigger, whatever other adjective you want to put in there, one of the ways that we can do that is by having affirmations. I think a good example is cars. I'm faster than fast, I'm quicker than quick, I am lightning, right? And why does Lightning McQueen like to say his affirmation? It's so that he can embody that himself. The things that we tell our brains are actually proven to show up in our everyday lives. If we constantly tell ourselves like, hey, I'm tired, I'm slow, I'm too poor to do anything, then you actually can change the way that your life goes. Some people call this a growth mindset, where as you encounter hardship or new things in your life, instead of saying, I can't do this, you say, I'm having a hard time doing this. So affirmations are a way that we drive our brain to go towards the direction that we know we should be going and we want to embody ourselves. Be like lightning. Actually, a few months ago, I listened to a podcast where the interviewee was talking about affirmations in his own life. And one that he actually recommended for everyone listening, and I would say the same to you, is he said, every day for 60 days, just say to yourself, I am so happy and grateful that I now have multiple streams of income. And when he said that, I felt a little skeptical because it doesn't seem like you can just say something for long enough and then it will happen. But actually, as I tried it out, I did it for about a week, and then the idea came to my mind that I should start this YouTube channel. And now here we are, 2 months later, and I haven't made any money, but I think that the trajectory I'm going towards is definitely in a profitable way. So as we tell ourselves these affirmations, it helps our brain kind of subconsciously start to work through some ideas that it can say, oh wait, how can I do that? What would my life be like if I had multiple streams of income? Or what would my life be like if I had greater patience? So what makes a good affirmation? The first thing that I recommend in the article that I linked below recommends is to make a list of the negatives attributes of yourself in your life and get down to like 10. So kind of think about it. So maybe for me, I would say I'm impatient, I'm impulsive, I like to buy things just like that as soon as I get the idea. And those can be harmful to my financial success, but also just generally, if I'm not patient enough, then I don't get to reap the full fruit of the labors that I put in. So an example might be, I feel so good now that I've spent an hour programming every day this week. Or if you're in school and you have a hard time working on your assignments, then maybe one of your affirmations could be, I'm so happy and grateful that I've turned in all of my assignments 3 days early this semester. What that does is it changes the way your brain thinks about school or about your assignments. So maybe before you'd say, oh, I'm just late. Oh, the assignments are too hard. I can never get them done in time. Whereas now you're saying, I feel so good now that I'm getting these done 3 days before. So these affirmations are really helpful for changing our mental psyche and then accomplishing more with our time. A good affirmation is one that you can take action on and then actually see results. You want these to be actionable. And as you consistently leverage those affirmations, then you'll be able to see that change in yourself. Pick actionable things that are remedying the negative aspects of yourself. So also in the description, I have a link to the study that was it's a published peer-reviewed study by Dr. Klein and Dr. Boals. And what they did is they took 35 freshmen in college, 2 groups of 35. And one of the groups, they had them write in a journal every day, talking about their experience as a college student. And then the other group did not do that. And before they did this, they took a kind of working memory test. So just kind of helped to see how many things they could hold in their mind at once and then work through those. And working memory is just correlated with overall success in school and then in business later on. So it's kind of just a gauge of how well these students are potentially going to do. Anyway, so the group A that was writing in their journal and then group B that was not writing in the journal. And then at the end of the semester, they came back and took those same tests. And they actually showed a significant increase in the working memory of the individuals that had been writing in their journal throughout the semester. What does this tell us? Well, it says that as we write down our thoughts and our experiences, our brain actually expands and is able to hold in more information at once because it doesn't have to constantly hold stuff in the back of its mind. It can record them, work through them, and then take what it needs to out of each experience or lecture or interaction that it has. And also, later on in the study, they also showed that people that were writing about their more negative experiences versus the positive, so the negative ones tended to be more effective as well for that memory. And what this shows there is that it's more important for us to work through the negative experiences that we have because oftentimes we bottle them up, kind of compartmentalize and then forget about them. Whereas it's much more effective to actually write about them, talk about why I feel the way I feel, what I could have done differently, what they could have done differently, and then what I can do moving forward. So we journal to build confidence and then to learn from experiences. Journaling helps hold us self-accountable so that the goals we have, we can actually accomplish. And we have something to bounce back off on and record our progress. And this brings us to our combination of affirmations and journaling. So together we get affirmative journaling. So what this does is you're going to say your affirmations at the beginning of every journal entry. So write every day in your journal, and then at the beginning of each entry, just write your affirmations. So mine, I'm so happy and grateful that I now have multiple streams of income, and I love learning and I love education. So I write those 2 things every day to help keep it focused in my brain. And then the next step is then write about what you did that day to help move towards your affirmations or what you did that maybe detracted from that end goal. And this helps you analyze every day from the perspective of what you want to become. Doing so helps you become those goals and helps you move much faster than if you're kind of willy-nilly saying, I'm so happy I have more money and I'm so happy that I read more. Those are good affirmations, or not great affirmations. Those are good goals to strive for, and it's good that you're using an affirmation. But by journaling, you can really embody it better and faster. And doing this is going to build mental stamina and endurance for the things that you don't like to do, and then also increase the endurance for actually working on things that you do enjoy, so you don't get burnt out as quickly. Because as you have those affirmations, then you know that this is fulfilling your values, this is living in accordance with what you decided you wanted to, meaning this is the best thing that you could be spending your time on anyway, so you can do it for longer. To some people, I'm sure this sounds like a lot. To other people, it doesn't sound like that much. I know for me, that implementing the affirmation part was the harder part because personally, I've been writing in journals since I was in about 8th grade. I have 4 of my journals right here. So there's a lot of emotional high schooler feelings in these. And then just throughout college, kind of learning and growing myself. So just pages and pages of thoughts and feelings. But one of the things I've noticed as I've journaled is that it doesn't always have a focus, or it can seem biographical but not purposeful. And once you implement this affirmation part, then you have something specific to write about every day, and then it helps you build that credibility and productivity into your just daily habits in life. All right, so our takeaways again: affirmations create wiring in our brains that help us accomplish what we're telling it. And then number 2, journaling helps build our working memory as well as our self-confidence as we do that on a more consistent basis. And then 3, as we combine affirmations with the journaling, then we're able to have an incredibly effective habit to build that effective life that we're all looking for. The invitation going forward for all of you is to write in your journal right now. Start your journal, just a notes app on your phone, and just write down your negatives, and then write down from those, pick 1 or 2 that you would really like to improve on. Create your affirmation. That's your actionable statement. So once you have your affirmations, then start writing those in your journal every day for the next 14 days. And then at the end of each day, just record a few thoughts about how you embodied that or didn't each day, and maybe what you could do better. And as you do that, you're going to notice a significant change in just your overall self-confidence, as well as your ability to prove those specific attributes. I would love to hear your experience in the comments below. Thanks for watching another video. I'll put another one over here, and let's go down here this time. Enjoy.